Hi, Bill Foss here from Bill Foss Coaching and Consulting. I want to talk today really quickly. I've been on some phone calls with potential clients, and it's very interesting, a trend I'm seeing. Because so many coaches are offering free sessions, which I do as well, there seems to be a movement underfoot for people to just get on these calls. So I thought it'd be helpful for me to show you what I have been taught by a mentor of mine. It was actually part of a webinar, and then we ended up getting into a deeper conversation. I'm not an artist, and I don't pretend to play one, but I think this illustrates. I call it the pearl diver and the iceberg. Now, pearl divers, as you know, are nowhere near icebergs, but it's for illustrative purposes. A pearl diver dives deeply and holds their breath very deeply to get the pearl, right? Some, especially the younger divers, can't go as deep as some of the experienced divers because they don't have the lung capacity yet. But they've learned that the deeper they dive, the better the pearls that they get. So the other piece of this is the iceberg. Now again, I can't draw an iceberg very well, but as you know, part of the iceberg shows above the top, and then it gets very large, and then it oftentimes goes back to a point at the very bottom. And what does that have to do with anything? Let me explain. The ocean top is what I call the free line. So you can go on YouTube and go anywhere you want to get free information regardless of the topic. There is so much free information available today. And then you might dive a little deeper because what you saw on the free line interested you enough, so you may invest in a course. So it has more value, but it's still just information flowing to you, right? And a lot of people stay at that line traveling this way in their career, and they never dive much deeper. They're happy with learning information for information purposes. The challenge with that is information, if we don't apply it, doesn't help us very much. And most of us, if we were to be completely honest, don't do a very good job of gaining information, even if we paid for it, and then implement it. So a lot of people go into coaching processes or programs. Now, what's interesting about coaching programs is it's a combination of courses. Most coaching programs are really training programs with the added coach involved. But oftentimes the coach isn't really coaching. They're helping implement their program with the individuals. So these are, a little bit expensive, and then these are a little more expensive too, very expensive. And what I've discovered with that, same thing happens. People travel along a level of coaching and they'll switch coaches. They'll go to a different program, they'll go to a marketing coach, they'll go to a technology platform and a coach, and they'll just select different coaches, right? Not a bad idea, helps them with their business. But if you consider the model of the iceberg, even deeper, so as the diver dives, the more value, right? So if there are pearls at this level, they're not as big and as valuable as the pearls that are down deep. And only the person who's committed to continuing to dive down deeper into the knowledge that they're gaining and deeper into the implementation, what happens is you get to where I call mentorship. Now, these are people with a high degree of knowledge and expertise, not just in their topic, but in the ability to help people change and adapt themselves to take the largest and best advantage of the information they shared. Typically, these are very expensive, but it takes a great deal of commitment. The information begins to narrow. It doesn't seem like there's much new information, but the detail and the nuance and the essence is exposed at a deeper level, and that's when true mastery happens. So I want you to think of yourself as a pearl diver. Are you just staying here at the free line, or are you into courses and have a collection of them? I could show you a collection of mine. And I stayed very much in this range for many, many years, thinking that I was gaining knowledge, which I was, but it wasn't knowledge applied. And then I started to hire coaches, and I ended up in this range, which is a deeper level, higher value. But what I discovered is a lot of these programs didn't help me really dive into how I will correct myself or improve myself or adapt to myself or adapt the information in a way with nuance and detail so that it totally supported my vision where I was going. And that's when the breakthroughs happen. It's very exciting. I challenge you to get off the free line. I challenge you to be a diver, to continue to dive for the bigger value. You probably have courses and programs on your shelf right now, and you could get yourself a coach that would help you implement those at a deeper level so that you get maximum from them and maximum dollar out of them. The value increases as you dive deeper into the information. So let's dive deeper. Let's not just get information. Let's not travel across our career. Let's continue to dive deeply into our career. And you may do this with several different areas of your career, right? So maybe right now you're just getting starting out and you need to raise your skill level. Maybe a little bit later you need to increase your lead gen. Maybe you need to increase your conversions. Maybe you need to increase your referrals. And each of those could be very deep subjects in and of themselves. I hope this was beneficial and got your mind to think a little differently, because I know people are living on YouTube and living on coaching websites with all the free content. Beautiful. But let's get deep into the content. Let's get deep into someone that can help you squeeze every bit of value from what you're learning. So this was Coach Bill Foss with a little insight as to how I feel about learning and coaching and mentorship.